talking
Hey.
about? What you talking about? What you talking about? Let's see. Yep.
All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with the man himself, Mr. Taylor Made Dreams. If you guys are watching this for the first time and you guys don't know who we are, I am humbled to be with the godfather of the game, the Expat extraordinaire, Taylor Made Dreams.
It's my pleasure, Big Dean. I call him Big Dean.
Yeah. And that's the thing I tell folks, like I'm a lot bigger in real life when you see, you know what I'm saying? When folks see me on things, like I got a lot of trolls and I got a lot of haters. They're like, oh, you little scrubby nigga, I can beat you up. Like, you walk up on me, you have a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. I'm a big old nigga.
I agree. But also just in character.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
In the best way. His character is big.
I appreciate that.
He does things big. I mean, that's why. Listen, I gotta call him Big D.
I appreciate that.
He walk
man.
like Big D.
Listen, man, I don't know. Listen, that's what you gotta do, man. The only way. I feel like we've been doing a lot of talking, and we've been doing a lot of building since we linked up today, and we just decided to let you guys be a part of the conversation that we was already having.
Absolutely.
And if you guys are watching, hit that like button and hit that share button. Let's check first. Let me check on the sound and see how we look and make sure we ain't on here looking crazy.
All right.
Because we talked about me being a perfectionist. Let's see how we looking, how we sound.
All right.
Sounding good.
Looking good.
Yeah, we sounding good. We looking good. All right, cool. All right, everybody hit that like button, hit that share button. But yeah. So one of the things we was just talking about, you was like, I'm a perfectionist. Because it took so many different moving parts to get everything together. We were just talking about like the success you had on your channel when you took your break. And like right now I'm at 28,400. Like it takes a lot in order to make it work. Especially I feel like us being black men, especially on the platform like YouTube, like we are the least likely to succeed.
Absolutely.
We're the least likely to succeed in real life and on YouTube. So
absolutely, but what I like about YouTube, it gives us a platform for black media.
Absolutely.
Because we don't control NBC, ABC, not even BET.
Yeah, that's a fact. We don't even control BET. Yeah. So, it allows us to control our own narrative. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm definitely with anything that allows us a black platform so that we can share our stories from our perspective. Because when I started doing my channel, one of the things that frustrated me was when I was looking for information to live abroad, I didn't see nobody look like me. You know, except one brother, Passport Heavy.
Yeah, Passport. I like Passport Heavy.
Oh yeah.
Jabril.
Yeah,
I actually did some work with Jabril.
Really?
Yeah, he and I do something very similar. So he does like marketing and social media marketing and content management. That's what allows him to travel the world.
Right.
And so I do the same thing, but I do it for my consulting firm. But you can hire him to brand and grow your business.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jabril is a cool dude. He's an African guy too.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
Really good.
Passport Heavy. So if you guys have not subscribed, go check out Passport Heavy as well.
Really good content.
Go ahead. So you said, so when you saw him.
So when I started, I didn't see anybody look like me, but like I said, besides Jabril. So especially living here in DR. So I decided, man, well, let me set a stage, let me set a platform to make it easier for when other brothers decide, hey, man, let me think outside that box. Let me think past retirement and what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna go. At least their move would be a lot easier than my move because I ain't know shit, and there was nobody for me to talk to about it. And everybody who I could talk to, I didn't know Spanish, so that did me no good. So that's why, like I said, I did that, man. So hopefully, the next brothers that's coming behind me, even doing YouTube or whatever, moving down here, knowing who to call, what to do, where to go. It make that transition easier, and I'm glad to say, man, that a lot of cats, especially the older cats, and some young brothers have transitioned with me, man, and have thanked me for setting that platform.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like, listen, you're like, when people come to the DR, you are like a landmark. Everybody, you gotta come through. You gotta see Russ. You gotta see Taylor Made Dreams. Because you are one of the first pioneers. Like if you go, like if everybody that's watching, and you might not know who he is, if you go and you type in Tailor-Made Dreams on Google and type in Tailor-Made Dreams on YouTube, he has viral videos talking about getting outside of the matrix, becoming an expat entrepreneur, being a successful black entrepreneur. Very unapologetic. Say he was one of the first ones. What year did you start doing your YouTube channel?
I think I started in 2016.
2016.
2016, yeah.
And made a tremendous impact on the game.
It did, man. But like we were talking about earlier, man, YouTube is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
what was it what made you stop doing YouTube? Because when I found out about you, it was after you had already stopped doing YouTube, and I was looking at some of the older videos,
Right.
at some of the stuff that did go viral, some of those major videos, and then I went to go look for your channel, and I saw you on everybody else's channel. I was like, well, where your channel go? So what made you end up taking a hiatus from YouTube?
Well, because after I moved here, when you leave the comforts of the matrix,
Mm-hmm.
and that's USA for anybody who's not familiar with that term, that's what I call it. You still transition, even though you're physically here.
Mm-hmm.
You still transition, because
Yeah.
you made that move.
I made the move, yeah.
So there's a lot of things that were going on, good stuff that I was still trying to figure out, put the pieces together, and I everywhere I went, man, when I was in the street in Sasua, man, I just got a lot of love, brothers, walking up to me saying thank you, hello, whatever, and I appreciate that, and I love it. But it was just so busy. It got to the point it was a little overwhelming, and I said, man, I'm still trying to get some other things going together. I'm still doing the orphanage. I'm involved with this orphanage. I've been involved with them for 2 years. So, and we've done everything from set up a computer lab to food, clothing, you name it, anything if anybody ever raised a child, that's what we did at this orphanage. So, and I was busy with that, man, and I just kept taking on too many projects. So I had to cut back.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest things that was taking up my time, even though I loved it and I appreciate and love my audience, was I had to cut back on that YouTube because I wasn't giving it out like I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to do things half-assed.
Uh-huh.
And if you have an audience who expect your level to be up here, and you start feeding them down here, man, I think it kills your brand. So I didn't
definitely does kill your brand.
So I didn't want to kill my brand. And what I did, I just hit the switch to pull off YouTube, keep the channel up, keep all the content. But YouTube kept fucking turning my channel back on.
Yeah, because people kept searching for your content.
Exactly.
And YouTube cares about money and monetization.
That's it.
That's the purpose. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about your mental health.
Nope.
They don't care about your peace of mind.
Nope.
They just want you to, hey, let's get those views going.
Get those views going. Because the more commercials they put on your channel, the more money they make. You get a piece.
You get a piece of it, but they make the lion's
half
share.
what they get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got tired of them, me having to turn off the channel for them to put it back on. So I just did away with the whole channel because I needed that break.
Mm-hmm.
I needed that break, and I didn't want to just step away and just totally stop doing videos or do half-ass videos. So I said I need the break, so I need to just, it's sort of like doing, if anybody ever watch a good sitcom or a good television show, and hey, I had that run and I just took it down. Now I'm getting ready
But
to
you're definitely coming back.
Definitely coming back.
Yes.
I'm trying to get everything situated, but we're gonna be back on the air this week. But if not,
Okay, this week. Oh, you coming back this week?
yeah.
Okay.
If I can get everything, man, because I'm gonna tell you, man, this is one thing. I know I'm going off script, but when you lose your phone in DR,
Yes. Listen to me. I got 2 of them.
oh my
I
god,
panicked. One of my phone went charged, and I freaking panicked, man. I panicked. I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, who am I gonna talk to? I'm gonna connect to? I was like, I freaking.
because everything is connected.
Yeah.
I mean, you get into your bank accounts, get into your Gmail
Everything.
account. They want to, everything is. I gotta send a text.
And then they're gonna send a text message
Yeah,
to you like, if
but-
I don't have your phone to
But if you ain't got a
verify.
phone, you screwed.
Yep, you screwed.
So,
That's so funny.
so I didn't want to just buy a ticket to go back to get a phone, even though I'd be back on the 30th.
Okay.
So I said I'll just wait till the 30th, buy my phone, and set everything up because I tried to upload a video to YouTube, and it said that it needed to send me a text
Send you to verify that you are
so I
who
was
you
like,
are.
oh my god, man! So yeah, do not lose your phone in Dominican
Yes,
Republic.
or you gotta have
Yeah.
a backup phone. You know, and a lot of the groups. In the private groups, one of the things that people say is they get like a cheap no-kill phone or a prepaid phone if they're coming out and they're coming for vacation. They're gonna go run the streets. They're gonna go fish for some chicas.
Exactly.
They'll have like a throwaway phone
Yes.
and keep their main phone
Yes.
in the safe at the hotel or the Airbnb.
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna tell you.
protect themselves.
Yeah, if you bring a phone, you bring your main phone to Dominican Republic, get yourself a cheap phone, and you make this your house phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make this your house phone. Leave it in the goddamn safe.
And let me tell you, I was out in the ocean because I got the iPhone, the 10X or the 10,
Okay.
whatever this new thing is, right? And so I was in the ocean because they said it's waterproof. I'm in the ocean listening to music. I'm vibing, tranquilo.
Right.
And water got into it,
What?
and I'm like, and I started freaking out because I'm like, I thought this thing's supposed to be waterproof or
waterproof.
whatever. It's supposed to be waterproof, and it wouldn't charge. Like it was acting crazy, man. And so for like 2 days, I
Like
didn't have my phone.
saw that. I saw it when you did that because you
Yeah.
started off in the water.
I was in the water.
I saw that.
Yeah, so when that happened, man, and so it freaked me out. But I had my backup phone with me, and then I took it up to the there's a shop that's not far away from here, and they were able to get it fixed for me.
Okay.
So they was able to get it fixed for me. So that's one thing that I do like about being in Cabarete out here is that it has a lot of comforts of being back in the Matrix, but without that feeling of being like you ever having to look over your shoulder all the time.
No.
And not feeling like a second-class citizen. 'Cause
No.
that's one of the things about the Matrix that it sets you up for as a black man, and someone who's talking about is that it reminds you every day that you a nigga.
Yeah.
Every single day, something's gonna come along to remind you that you're in a system that wasn't designed against you. Now, this is the caveat too, because you're a successful man. Even besides being in the DR, you being a successful man, having climbed the corporate ladder, when you get success in that, I feel like it reminds you even more
It does.
that you are. It's kind of like the movie Inception. You remember the movie Inception?
Yep.
And what happens is that when they start to detect who you are, everything starts to come in to try to attack you.
Exactly.
I feel like when you begin to maneuver in the system and you begin to grow, it's like everything is like you're getting birthed out. That's how come I'm grateful to have left and not be in the Matrix anymore.
Well, if we look at the presidency between Barack Obama and Orange Cheeto,
Agent Orange, somebody
Agent
called
Orange.
Agent Orange.
I mean, look how much shit these people, and I'm talking about even from these pimps, which is AKA pastors, who will not accept anything that matter of fact, they try to fry Barack Obama on what his pastor said, not what he said.
Yeah.
Not what he said, but what a pastor said. They try to fry him on everything. They try to fry Michelle Obama on her arms being out.
Arms, yeah.
And yet I could go to Google right now and see
see
naked pictures of
of
Melania
Ivanka,
freaking
whatever-
Ivanka,
whatever her name
freaking
is.
another woman.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just look at the comparison, look at Colin Kaepernick, his situation compared to these other NFL players, and when they do something that's out of pocket. So like I said, man, in the Matrix, there's something somewhere will remind your ass you black every fucking day, and I got tired of that, and I couldn't do it no more. I was literally choking in America, and I used to tell people on my channel, man, I just feel like I can't breathe. And when I got on that plane and I came over here or traveled anywhere to Brazil, to Colombia, wherever, I felt like I could finally breathe. Because there's no way that we as African Americans can go through the system of America, the system of the Matrix, and not come out unscathed. You can't. That's and I think most people are living in post-traumatic slave disorder. I mean, it really is. And if you look at what the Jewish people, they had the Holocaust, 35, 37 years. And the reason that all these countries gave them that land and support them, because they said for that traumatic incident that happened to them over that 35, 37
They got the
years.
reparations for it.
Yeah, they got reparation. But now they don't take account the 200 plus years plus still going that we going through, man. So the matrix was not designed, was not built, will never be. You will never be a first class citizen as a black person in America. And like I said, you know, the examples of, you know, there's
It's
a
so many
plethora
of them. It's a
examples.
plethora of examples. You know, like I saw a video of this young woman getting murdered in her living room, in her own living room,
Yes.
playing video games with her son. I think they came in and murdered her.
Yeah.
And it's because for nothing other than the color of her skin.
Color of her skin. Well, look-
Nothing for other than the color of her skin.
Well, look at the woman. I think this was about a week ago, where somebody said, "Hey, the lady's door been half open all day," and instead of the cop going in identifying himself, asking, "Lady, you know, hey, your neighbor said your door's open all day," he looks through a window and shoots her.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah,
That's the same one. That's the same one I was talking about. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, for nothing other than the color of her skin.
Wow. Yeah, it's just too many examples, man.
It's so many examples. We could talk about it all day.
Yeah, I just couldn't digest that shit. No more.
Yeah.
I just because my spirit, my soul, I just couldn't handle it no more.
So when did you start traveling? When did you start traveling? When did you start
Well,
stamping the passport?
well, I started stamping the passport probably about 6 years after I got out the Navy. The Navy gave me that bug to travel, man, because it revealed a lot of the propaganda and the lies that the Matrix, you know, tell you that they're gonna hate you if you go to France. They're gonna hate you if you go here. They're gonna hate you if you go to Turkey. They're gonna hate you here. You know that your skin is always gonna be the barrier. And every place I went except America, I got nothing but love.
Yeah.
A little too much love sometimes.
They wanted that Mandingo. That's that one.
But the love, oh man, the love was awesome. So after I got out the military, I was trying to establish my business. I was married at the time.
How long
So
were you married?
I was married for 11 years.
Oh, wow.
was
I
married
didn't know that.
For 11 years to a good woman, and I screwed
Okay.
up.
Oh, really? We're going to
Yeah.
talk about that. This
Yeah.
raw and uncut. We talking about everything. This is raw and uncut. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about everything.
Yeah. I screwed up, but she screwed me at the end because that marriage cost me $250,000.
Really? $250,000
Yeah.
is the
Between real estate and cash.
And oh wow, did you have to pay alimony? Was she working at the time? Thank God.
No, only thing they said I had to pay her insurance and some other stuff that we had together. And thank God she got married like a month after we got divorced, so I know.
Okay, so that's good. So you already know she was dipping
Oh, yeah.
and dabbing. We gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about all of that. We gonna talk about all of that. But so you was in the military, you was in the Navy, you
Right.
just got out, and how old were you at the time? If you don't mind asking.
Well, I went in the military at 23. I did 6 years, so at that time I was probably about 29, about 29.
About 29.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then from there, that's when you started traveling, and you were. So when did you go through your divorce? At what age?
Well, I was probably, I would say, early 30s. I
Early
started
30s.
traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, early
So
30s.
did she like to travel with you? Was that something that you guys had in common, or not?
I'm gonna tell you, man. Me and my wife, we couldn't travel together. We could not travel together, man. So what we did was we would do a short weekend trip, and then I'd give her money. She'd go somewhere anywhere she
So y'all
wanted
just
for a
have the
week.
girl trips
I
and the
go-
guys trip.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, man. I
The
don't
girl
know,
trip and the
man.
guys trip.
It was like every time we went on a trip together, man. The shit just didn't. It just did not end well. You know, it just did not end well. So I was like, man, fuck that.
So that was part. How long were you guys were you guys together before you got married? So you was together. You were married for 11 years.
Yeah, I think more our marriage was more of it was more business than anything. And I think marriage is a business.
It is. It's a contractual agreement. I was
It
talking
is.
to a guy in one of the travel groups. He said that he got married to a Colombian woman,
Yeah.
and then he also got married to a Dominican woman here in Dominican, and then there in Colombia.
Wow.
And he did like, it wasn't like the way the process of marriage isn't the same.
No.
It's not contractual like it is in the U.S.
Yeah.
how it is. So that's something that I thought was very interesting. But so what do you think about how do you think the women like you can hear some women trying to get y'all attention right now, but we just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
ignore
they-
them. Yeah, I know they can hear them. Like, and this is live, so we're trying to.
So it's like, who keeps saying
Like,
hello?
who keeps saying hello?
That's a couple ladies on the beach.
Yeah, it's a couple ladies. Because this handsome, pretty nigga right here, he leaning over, taking pictures and looking at the balcony, and then they caught their eyes. So
Yeah.
But nevertheless, what do you think? Like, how do you feel like men are treated here
Oh, like kings.
versus in the U.S.?
Nah,
When you say like kings, break it down and explain what you mean. Because I say it, I want them to hear it from somebody else who's been. How long you been living here?
I've been living here. It's going on 2.5 years.
2.5 years now.
Yeah.
So for some, like I've been here for 6 months, and you've been here for 2.5 years.
Right.
So when you say that, what does that mean? Break that down.
When I say living like, treated like kings, because when you find a good woman, and finding a good woman
A buena mujer. It's not a
takes-
chapeadora.
Yeah, not a
but
chapeadora.
Yeah, but a buena mujer.
But that's as hard as it is finding the matrix. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. But when you find one, man, literally all you have to do is breathe. She will cook for you, wipe you down, put lotion on you. If she works, she will make sure that she cooks you breakfast in bed, put a plate over it, put it on the stove, so that when you wake up, if you get out of bed 9:30, 10:30, 11 o'clock, there's something there for you to eat. Make sure that if she knows, certain things that you like, whether it's certain beers or certain liquor, whatever, make sure that that's in the house, when you get there. And economically, of course, I do well than any other woman. So even if I'm out, she'd be like, "Well, baby, you like Ciroc, so let's get some of that Ciroc." So when we're home, they will do any. Literally, man, they'll do anything you want, man. And I love that treatment. I love that treatment. I love that treatment of just feeling special. You know what I'm saying? And then, there was one young lady I used to date, man, that was so sensual. Oh, man.
This is the young one you was telling me about? The one that was too intense for you?
Yeah. Yeah, she was just a little intense, but I'm telling you, man, she worked in her shop all day and come home, clean my house, cook. The whole 9 yards. Now she has her own house to take care of. Well, she would leave her shop, leave work, come home, cook, clean, go home, do her thing she need to do, then come back over that night, make sure she puts it down in bed.
And then want to leave. Yeah.
And then want to leave.
Yeah. So now we're talking about a buena mujer, a regular woman, not a chapeadora. So like for instance,
Right.
So for the people who
Big
don't know,
difference.
there's a big difference. So for the people who don't know, a chapeadora is basically like a lady of the night, a streetwalker, or whatnot. And
It's a pay for play.
it's a pay for play. There's a culture that's pay for play, but then also it's the culture of women just knowing the role of femininity, knowing the gender roles,
Exactly.
it being very traditional. Like for instance, you hear the ladies trying to catch our attention now. They know what it means to find a good, successful man,
Absolutely.
and they're gonna do everything in their power to try to keep that man instead of trying to compete with him,
Yeah.
instead of trying to
Yeah.
belittle him
Absolutely.
or trying to let him know what he's not good at, but they know how to appreciate.
Yeah.
Like I had breakfast and I posted my breakfast up on Snapchat, not Snapchat, on YouTube and on Instagram, and I had tres cupes, which is the fried cheese,
Yes.
the mangou, the salami, and the whole time this woman just kept trying to catch my attention.
Yeah.
She kept trying to catch my eye, and she was a regular mujer. She was
Yeah.
not a chapeadora.
No.
She was a regular woman just trying to catch my attention, trying to catch my eye, and I'm in Cabarete, so
Yeah.
like I'm probably like 15, 20 minutes away from where the pay for play zone is.
Right.
And it's just a regular woman just wanting the attention of a good, successful man.
Yeah, and when you do look for women in this country, you want a woman who works.
Absolutely.
You don't want, because first of all, I don't want you sitting around, because I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Other than taking care of me, that's my job now. So I don't want a woman just sitting around me up every day and we trying to wonder what we're gonna do. So you want a woman to work because you want that break. At least for me, I need that break. So I try to find someone who already has a job. like the lady I used to date, she had her own salon. She was a little too intense, but she was already, on her way to being successful. I used to have a salon and barbershop, so I gave her some tips that allowed her to make more money. And the thing is about down here, you don't have all those restrictions. So I told her, once you start selling, beer in your salon, and she started selling beer. Then she put a couple of bottles of Brugal. And she's making more money on the beer
liquor
and the liquor
than she is
doing the
nail. Absolutely. So that's cool. Yeah. So you don't need a liquor license or whatnot when you're out here. That's good stuff. There's not a lot of that bureaucracy and red tape.
No.
It's when you're Dominican.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you're Dominican, and so that's pretty cool. That's real cool. So I think one of the top things that most guys always ask me out here is when it comes to getting with a Dominican woman, is it legit? Is it real? Like, will they be loyal to you? Will they love you, or is it just for the lifestyle or just for the money?
All right. Well, one thing men got to keep in mind in general. Dominicans are nationalists. They're very loyal, proud people. They're very proud to be Dominican. They love everything Dominican. Now, finding a woman that will treat you as good as she treated a Dominican man, that would be a little hard. Now, when I talked about the lady earlier, she's that one. She's that one in 2 million. That's the exception. Because there are exceptions, but like I said, they're not easy to find. So a lot of guys who think, you find a woman overseas, she's gonna be totally different and all this shit. But a lot of that stuff is just smoke and mirrors. Because, like I said, Dominican people are very, very loyal. And I did an interview on my channel one time with a Dominican lady. And those who've been following me, I'm sure they saw that interview. And the Dominican woman told, she says 9 out of 10 Dominican women, if you dating them, they got a Dominican boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
And I was like...
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I said, so what about the guys who actually live here? She said, well, the guys who live here, there might be an exception. She says, but their cousin, maybe that boyfriend.
Maybe the boyfriend.
Yeah, because you got cats down here, man, that, date chicks, and they don't mind their chick being that child, their daughter, because that's how they live.
That's how they live. They live off of the proceeds of a woman. They look at it as a job.
Absolutely. They will drop them off to another guy's house.
Yeah, a lot of the motor control drivers, a lot of times be their boyfriends.
Be their boyfriend.
Yeah, a lot of times the motor control drivers be their boyfriends. Yeah, I heard that. Some of them be their husbands too.
Yeah.
I was out at what's the name of the place? Bourbon Street. Okay. Which is a dope spot, by the way. I was out at Bourbon Street and I was out with Ed Kane. Me and Ed was hanging out.
Good brother.
Yeah, good brother. Yes. Make sure you go subscribe to International Mail. Ed Kane. And this chick, she came up to us and, laughing and talking. The same thing like just happened over here, like trying to get our attention. And I looked at her ring. I said, "Tú es esposo?" And she was like, she said, "Está bien." She said, "It's no problem. It's okay." And so she said, so I said she had a husband or whatever. So tú es esposo means you have a husband. And so she was like, "It's okay. He doesn't mind." Yeah. And she just wanted to try to get some extra cash or whatnot. Yeah. And that's cultural. And one of the things I was saying is that because they don't have like a welfare system. No. They don't have like the child support system out here. So like like if the roles were reversed, like it would be so many women doing that in the U.S. because so many women live off of the proceeds of a man. They live off of the government. Yeah. They have kids with men. And then they just living off of government assistance. Not all women are like that. Not all women are like that. Just like not all women here are chapeadoras. However, the system, that's basically their welfare system.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
that's their welfare system.
There's a necessity issue here. Like we have safety nets in the U.S. and most modern countries, but when you're in a third world country, and DR is a third world country,
even though it's gorgeous. Like we was like when you came into the house, what's the first thing you said?
I said, "Wow!" I said, "Wow!" I mean, that was my first expression. Like, and the $2 million view. y'all see it every time you turn on this channel. Man, you can't match it. It's untapped.
It's like you turn when you come down the hallway, you turn that corner. It's like boom, wall over window, wall. But that being said, even though it's gorgeous here. And there is luxury. This is still a third world country.
Still a third world country. Yeah, there's
still a third world country.
No getting around it. There's no getting around it. And in DR, man, the education system is horrible.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, working with the kids, and I work with kids of all ages from 2 months to 18 till they tap out and have to leave
Mhm.
the orphanage. The education system is really, really screwed up, so they don't have that forward thinking.
Mhm.
You know, and it's a shame, but I used to always tell people, like, if I put 5,000 pesos on the table and I told, Joe, well, we say Joe Blow in the States, but I'll say Jose G here.
Okay.
Listen, you can take this 5,000 pesos now. You don't have to give me anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's yours, free and clear. Now I got a stack of 50,000 pesos.
Mm-hmm.
If you wait till next week, I'll give you this 50,000 pesos. Same rules applies. You don't owe me anything. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna take that 5,000 pesos because it's the here and the now. I got it. It's here. You know, they'd be like, I may not be living this.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, anything can happen.
You know what?
Can change your mind next
somebody said this to me. Somebody said this. I can't remember who it was, but they said that it's like a folk tale almost. He says that like a Dominican person can have a goose that lays golden eggs, and they will end up cooking the goose.
They will.
Just so they can have one meal instead of allowing it to lay the golden eggs to go out and sell.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, I heard somebody say that there was like a Dominican, like because they live, they very much so free spirited.
Right.
They live life like there is no tomorrow in every aspect. So
totally
that's a good thing and a bad thing.
And that's and because even Dominicans, they shop day by day. Like we'll go. If our refrigerator get low, we gonna go out and spend $200.
Once a week, every other week. Yeah.
And fill up the refrigerator. They don't shop like that. They shop like
Every single day.
Every day. They pick up what they need for that day. Pick up. So it's a constant. It's a well in psychology we call it poverty thinking. It's that constant poverty thinking. That constant poverty. Even after they do get a little money, the mentality, it's hard for them to uplift. Now I will say this. Not everybody in the Dominican Republic is poor, trust me.
That's a fact.
There's
a fact. Especially in
money.
Santiago and Santo Domingo, you see Porsches. Like in my building, there's like a couple of Porsches in my building.
Yeah.
You'll see Benzes.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of BMWs. A lot of these houses on the water is not always owned by gringos or foreigners.
I rent my house from a Dominican.
Yeah, a Dominican. Yeah. So yeah, and his house is amazing. His house is beautiful home.
Thank you.
Pool in the back, very nice, contemporary on the Malecon. Like you cross the street, the ocean is right there, gated. Really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Really nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
and Dominican owns that whole complex. So like I tell people, people think, not every Dominican
is broke. Yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
believe that.
Especially because it's relative to the income, to their lifestyle. It's relative because you have entrepreneurs that own businesses and restaurants. You have doctors, even though they don't make as much, but they still make more than what would be considered a minimum wage lifestyle in the U.S. But it's just like Russ was doing a video. We was in my kitchen, so make sure you go check that video out on his channel when it comes up. And we were just talking about how a lot of guys, when they are in the U.S., they'll come over here. The idea is for your lifestyle to go up.
Yes.
It shouldn't be to go down or to be at the same level. It should be to go up. Like we were talking about my condo, the price of my condo in Miami, $1 million. The price of it in LA, 1.5.
Yep.
But out here, 300 and some odd thousand, a fraction of the price.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's that $1 million view.
Absolutely.
And so the idea is, the cool thing about it is that if you are in the U.S. and you can create a legitimate business where you have a legitimate, successful stream of income, like that's what we're talking about in the empowerment. Because I'm gonna be one of the speakers at the empowerment
this Sunday
workshop this Sunday. And I'm gonna be talking about how you can create a legitimate online business, not a side hustle, but a legitimate, real online business, because you can make $30,000 a year with your business and end up living like you make $300,000 a year. Yeah, because you're out here, because the dollar goes so far, and just the lifestyle, the quality of life.
Yeah, well, the dollar is 1 to 52.6 over here. But let me just back it up for a quick second. Like I tell people, living abroad it's not a one size fits all. Just like living in the States, it's not
Absolutely,
a one size
it's
fits
not.
all. Everybody comes down here with different levels of money. You know, like I know cats that's making 10 G's a month down here. I know cats that's just living off their Social Security at $1,300 a month. But you can still have a higher quality of living than you will have
You're
in
gonna
the
have
Matrix.
period. You're just gonna have a higher quality of living. Period. Just because of the culture. Just like we were talking about the fruits. Everything is so
Oh, yeah.
fresh.
You can't starve in this country.
You can't starve here, and everything is so cost effective, so cheap. The juices, the fruits, the food, just that tranquilo or that relaxed lifestyle.
Yes.
Like one of the things that I deal with, I don't really talk about it much, is anxiety.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because of trying to make it, trying to be successful, having so much on my back, like having to take care of my family, even my daughter having to take care of my business, and it's only me. So a lot of times I deal with a lot of anxiety. Since I'm here, I don't suffer as much anxiety. I feel a lot more comfortable. So what I mean by that is this. I still get it,
Right.
but then I'll wake up and realize, like, hold on. Think about where you are. Think about what's going on. Look at where you are. Look at what's surrounding you. And that'll
Yeah.
help bring me and calm me down a lot
Absolutely.
more than I would be when I was in, quote unquote, the Matrix.
Yes, I mean, this is your best medication. Like me, I suffer from depression.
And this is something you talked about before you moved
Oh
here,
yeah,
right?
I've talked about this on my channel a lot because I know a lot of guys was going through that, and I just thought that that it's not unmanly to bring up the
Yeah,
conversation.
you have to, because if you don't address it, you can't heal it.
You can't heal it. You can't-
Absolutely, you have to. You can only heal what you reveal.
Exactly.
And it's so many of us that are depressed. I think the reason why a lot of men do the self-destructive things that we do is because we're dealing with depression.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said earlier, man, I think black males in America honestly suffer from post-traumatic slavery disorder. You know, and that's real. So even now, living here, and I have, I'm financially free. I live the lifestyle that I want to live. And I'm not saying that to brag or boast. I'm saying that, that I've worked hard and I've reached a plateau where I can live like that. But even I still live across the street from the Atlantic Ocean. I still suffer from depression. But when I find myself going through that, as opposed to in the States, where I had to, just keep popping a lot of pills all the time. Now, once I know, all right, it's coming on, I get myself up, I get myself dressed, and I'll just go out, walk across the street.
Just be in front of the water, just be in the water, be in the ocean. Absolutely.
Order some coffee, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if it's in the evening, order a glass of wine, and I look at that water, man, and as you can hear from the background now, it just calms you down.
It does. Yeah, absolutely.
And it
it's
makes
healing,
you,
man.
Yeah, and it makes
It's
you say,
healing.
listen, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And, I just
Absolutely.
keep saying that to myself. So no matter where you go, my point is, just because you move overseas, it's not going to heal all your woes. Life just doesn't happen like that. But like I said, I think it gives you a whole different playground, a whole different set of tools that you can deal with it without, the Matrix just constantly popping pills, popping pills. And also help if like you said, you got cats who self-medicate. They drink.
They drink, yeah.
Drink, smoke, whatever, coke. And like I said, man, because now they even have a center out here for vets. They work with vets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot
Port
of vets that are out here. There's a lot of vets that are out here. That's one thing that I've noticed. There's a lot of vets that retire out here because the dollar goes so much further, and also just their lifestyle.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
they deal with that PTSD, and a lot of vets, man, that were, chronically depressed. Now I see them 2-3 months later, man, and they're like, it's a world of difference. It's a world of difference, man. And that's just by being out here, being in the nature, disconnecting. Cause like I watch American news maybe once a week. I can't digest.
You can't
that
digest
stuff
more.
20
Listen,
times.
I can't. I only listen to the clips and the highlights. I only listen, we have 72 people watching live right now. Oh man, the live stream went off. Let's see, we can connect back on.
I hate when that happens.
I hate when that happens, man. Let's see. Are we back on? Are we back live? Let's see. Let's see if we back live. Give me a second. Yeah, we back live. Okay, good. We back live. Let's see. Are we back live? Yeah, we back live. Good. We back live. Good. Yeah, we back live. There we go. So let's go back. So all of you guys hit that thumbs up button. So let's talk about some of the what has been some of the worst experiences out here dealing with women. I want to know some of the worst experiences you've had dealing with women, some of the worst experiences you had dealing with regular guys like other Dominicans, and then some of the worst experience you've had dealing with other black men out here.
Okay.
If you've experienced them, what have they been? Now, all of you guys hit that thumbs up button right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I have not had a lot of bad experiences out here. I mean, the bad experiences I've had out here, I don't even need all my fingers on one hand for it. And also, when things do happen, I always look at what role did I play. You know, did I blow past the stop sign?
Yeah.
You know.
So have you had issues with cops? Do me a favor, will you pass me that juice? Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the only experience.
Rico Suave. Yeah.
The only bad experience I've had with cops out here, I got stopped in Santo Domingo, which I don't like driving in Santo Domingo.
I don't drive. Period. I have a driver. I have a driver. I don't
drive. Period.
I don't drive. Period. I have a driver.
Right.
Yeah. For that reason, because I'm nervous. That's the only reason why. Because of the horror stories that I've heard, and we're gonna talk about that. That's the only reason why I don't drive.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Yes. What happened was, he stopped me, and I think the guy was looking for a propina.
Yeah. Propina is a tip. They're gonna shake you down sometimes.
And the way he just approached the car, usually I'll keep like 300 pesos above my visor. Cop come to the car, because they can stop you for no reason out here. There's no, you don't need a reason. They just tell you to pull over, the I'm at. And normally what I'll do is I'll go, I'll give my registration, my driver license, and I'll, after I get that to them, I ask them, I say, tu comida, did you eat? And most of them, no, amigo, no. So I'll be like, here's 300 pesos, I hand it to them in their hand, but you can't really see it.
See what it is, but they can feel it. They can feel it something, yeah.
And they tap the top of my car, and I keep on going, which I love.
The gringo tax.
The gringo tax. But this particular incident, man, this guy was just real.
Well, hold on, pause for a moment. So how many times has that happened to you?
It used to happen a lot. I'd probably say about 8 times.
8 times. Do you think that they targeted you after? So it was a certain.
Oh yeah, because I look like a gringo.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So was this in Puerto Plata or Sosua or?
It was in Puerto Plata. Mostly is where I got stopped.
Okay.
But now, since I've been living there over a year. None of them cops stop me anymore. I never get stopped now.
Okay.
Never get stopped. Because now they know my car.
Yeah. So they know you done paid your dues.
I done paid my dues. They don't care about me. They let me go now. No problem.
Okay. So that happened like 8 times within your first year of you being here.
Yes.
But this is the worst experience that you had.
Yeah, Santo Domingo was the worst because they stopped me, and I guess the guy, I wasn't playing the game that he wanted me to play. And man, they because it was like 3 of us that told us to get out the car, and what I started doing was recording it because they said they start searching my car. Now they don't need a search warrant. This is not the Matrix. So I just started recording to make sure, hey, these guys ain't gonna plant nothing on me, whatever. And I mean, they looked all through it, all through the car. I mean, the whole 9 yards. But I didn't have anything. I wasn't carrying anything, so all that was good. He was mad, absolutely mad. He looking at me, I'm looking at him. I'm like, and my boy who spoke fluent Spanish asked him, you finished? He said, we got to go to the airport because I was actually on my way to Santo Domingo Airport to fly out. And he got mad, got back on his motorcycle, gave me back my stuff, and and that was it. But so, that was the only bad experience.
So when you said he was playing you wasn't playing the game, what was the game that you wanted to play? What was it?
The game was always money.
So it wasn't enough?
There's only one game in this country, and that's
money.
That
was money. Was it that you didn't give him enough, or you didn't give him
anything because I didn't like the way he approached the car.
Oh, the way it was too aggressive.
Me. It was way too aggressive. So I'm like, no, I'm not playing this game. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought the way he approached it was just totally disrespectful. I'm not going to pay you to disrespect me. So if you want to inconvenience me and make me wait, I'm cool with that. I'm retired. I got time.
Yeah, you got time. Got you.
I had nothing in the car, so I didn't give a shit.
Wow. I haven't had that experience. Like I said, the horror stories I hear are those, the shakedowns. And other than the shakedown is
getting
the accident, which is the other hustle, is the accident hustle.
Oh, let me tell you the accident hustle, because I got to the accident hustle.
But hold on, wait. So before we get into that, we got to make sure that the likes are up. We got to make sure that we good. Make sure you guys are participating. We have we got 31 people watching live. All right, we need another another 20 thumbs up, guys. We need another, guys, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, another 20 thumbs up, and we're gonna get into the accident hustle, which is what you guys gotta look out for. Come on, guys, I want you guys to participate with us. All right, we got 75 people watching live. See, the more you like it, the more people come in. So now we have 80 people watching live, just that quick. All right, now we got 40. Okay, go ahead. We got 45 thumbs up. Go ahead, go ahead. So the accident hustle.
So this is the accident hustle here in DR, because I drive every day.
And so this happened. They tried to get you.
They tried to get me.
Okay.
But then I threw a wrench in their game plan. Because I've had a partner that I personally know, but I've had other people call me and share their horror story with me.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you get into an accident here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a gringo, you're not retired here, you don't live here, or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. They know, all right, you got to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to get you a passport. They want to, and I think this is the only time they actually ask you for like Social Security.
Mm.
If you tell them that you don't live here. Now, what happens is if you get in an accident, first of all you're gonna be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It don't make difference. Somebody get running to the back of you.
Because you the gringo,
Because
you got the money.
Yeah, and that's just not DR. I've been to Thailand, same situation. Philippines, same situation. So it's not just DR. But what happens is they set your court date out for 6 months, and you can't leave the island for 6 months.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. So most people can't.
So what was the situation? So tell us everything. So where were you at? Were you in Sasua? Were you in
I
Puerto
was
Plata?
in Puerto Plata. I just came out of my gate.
Okay.
I was getting ready to make a left turn. A guy was coming. It was, it was
So that
dark.
means, so you was going towards Miami.
I was going towards Miami. Yes.
Okay.
The guy had no lights on, dark clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time I saw the guy, it was too late, and the guy hit me from the side and fell off the bike. He fell off the bike. The girl fell off the bike. So I turned my car around. I pull up on the side. Ahmed is basically like the traffic police.
Ahmed, okay.
Ahmed.
Okay.
So, and the regular police showed up. You see the national police show up, the Ahmed police show up. And Dominicans, anytime there's an accident, man, it's like they come out of the fucking woodworks. It's like the circus came to town.
Wow.
Seriously. I've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
I mean, just like people every freaking week. So anyway, they came. The girl immediately got up and jumped on another bike and
She said, I ain't got time for this.
I was
She
like,
had to go.
Yeah, she had to go. I'm
She had
like,
to go.
what's that story? So the other guy came, the ambulance came because the guy was bleeding. They took him. The Ahmed told me to follow them back to the police station.
To the police station, okay.
So I said, all right.
Did you think about running?
No, I didn't think about it. No,
Okay.
no, because I would have got caught.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And that ain't a good idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking about a breathalyzer.
Okay.
We're going to end that there.
Everything understood that need to be said. I got you.
So we went to the police station,
Mm-hmm.
and they got somebody who spoke English, because I told them, I don't speak Spanish. My Spanish is better, but not fluently where I understand, especially.
How long
something
ago
like
was this?
that. This was 6 months ago.
Okay, 6 months ago.
Yeah,
This is when you hurt your foot?
No.
Okay.
I hurt my foot over a year ago.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so go ahead.
No problem. So anyway, we go to the police station. We there for like a couple of hours. So I asked the guy, well, exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You have my information. I'm not running, whatever. He says, no, well, we need to make sure that the people are all right. So when they leave the hospital, they're going to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl came back first. First, the girl family came up to the Ahmed station.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The girl who left.
Yeah,
Her family came up to the
The
station.
mom and two fine sisters. Matter of fact, it's crazy. Me and the sisters, we still hang
Y'all
out
still
today.
hang out today? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Lord's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
God was setting you up for a blessing.
Yeah, man. It
So
was
go
crazy.
ahead.
So anyway, the girl came back. The mom said she just want 4,000 pesos for the inconvenience
Okay.
and make sure her daughter,
Was okay.
Was okay.
Mhm.
So I said no problem. Now the guy, he wanted some money, but I said, listen, we can't settle anything tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave the guy. No, what happened was this. What happened? The police. I said, listen, we can't. I didn't have enough money to pay the mother. So I said, well, I need to go back to my house to get the 4,000 pesos. I think I had 3,000 on me, but they wanted 4,000. I need to go back to my house and get another 1,000 pesos so we can, settle this. So the police told the girl, mother, and the guy that I was in the accident with to get in my car. And I'm like, well, listen, you got all my information. They don't need to get in my car and ride back to my house. So they said, sir, you want this to take all night, or you trying to go?
Yeah.
So I'm in another country.
Just like the police, what you want to do? You want to go home or you want to go to jail? Yeah. They shaking you down, the same thing. What you want to do? You want to go home or you want to go to jail?
So I said, all right, I know I'm being shaken down now. I wish I had my debit card on me.
Yeah,
I didn't
went to the bank. Yeah.
So anyway, I go back to the house, come out, give the girl the money, give the guy like 6,000 pesos. The guy gives me back the 6,000 pesos.
Really?
Yeah, because he's like, nah.
Oh, he was going for the long money.
He wants the long money.
Okay, we gonna talk. We gonna get into that.
All right, so I said, okay, cool. So I had to give the police 3,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Because they said, hey, listen, we don't want to do a report. As far as we concerned, you two sell it, we out of it. But, papi.
Yeah. Pero propina para mi tipia.
So I had to give the cops 3,000 pesos. So that was Saturday night. Monday, the guy shows up at my door with an attorney. Yeah. So, because like I said, they know where I live because I had went home that night. So I said, all right, no problem. So the police asked for the report. I mean, the attorney asked, he said, well, you have a report. I said, there's no report. So the attorney looked at the guy like, are you fucking out your mind?
Yeah.
And he says, well, how much you gonna settle? I said, well, how much the guy want? And he said, the guy said he wants, $2,000. I said, no, he's not getting $2,000.
Yeah.
I said, no. I said, I got insurance on my car. I said, I'll call my insurance. Here's a copy. They took a photocopy of my insurance. I said, call the insurance. Long story short, he wound up coming back, giving me some paperwork to go to the magistrate. Now this is the hustle. So the magistrate says, hey, listen, we're gonna set your court date for 6 months. So now you either gotta settle with him, or you'll end up having to hand over your passport. You can't leave the country for 6 months. I told him I don't give a shit. I live here.
You live here. It's okay. Está bien. No problema.
So it got quiet as hell. It's like everybody just stopped doing what they do. Everybody. I said, I got insurance. I said, from my understanding, in 3 years you'll have your money. So the magistrate just basically threw us out of her office.
Yeah, she threw it out.
Threw it out.
We ain't gonna make no money off of it.
So me and the attorney, we going back and forth. So I didn't hire an attorney. I told my insurance company, but they said, just take somebody who speaks Spanish. They said, you'll be able to handle it. And they was right. So I paid this young lady to come down there and interpret for me. And we settled at $800. So instead of them giving me for $8,000,
they got
which a lot of people pay because who can put their life on hold for 6 months?
For 6 months. And exactly. So that's the thing the other thing that I heard is that when you hear because if you're driving, people will jump out in front of the car,
all the
and
time.
people will come and look at and hit the car, or let you hit them for that very reason.
And praying that you're a gringo.
Yep, and hoping that you just visited.
Exactly. So that's the game. It's either you don't leave the country for 6 months, or you pay whatever you and the attorney work
Agree
out.
upon.
And they always started $10,000 seems to be the magic number here.
I don't know. They always assume that we got it like that just give away, and it's just
they do.
It ain't, and that's the thing that bothers me the most that I've experienced here is the idea that I will overcharge you because you have it.
Yes.
And they automatically assume that just because I have it, that you should give it to them.
And they will overcharge you even if it got a price tag on it.
That's the thing that bothers me.
Or try. I don't let them get over on me. I mean, I still, every now and then, of course, living here, it's going to happen. But
I call it you got to pay the
pay the gringo tax.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll pay that instead of paying 1.5 million. I'll pay the little every now and again gringo tax. I pay that.
Yeah, you got to. But like I said, the longer you live here, the more you know, the more places you know where instead of paying the gringo tax here, I drive 2 minutes down this way, go to Jose Luis, I don't have to pay the gringo.
Yeah, because you build a relationship with them too.
Exactly.
So that's how it is with my driver. Like after after you told me he was overcharging me when I was out hanging out with you guys, I told him we renegotiated. We renegotiated on a set price,
Right.
For that very reason, because of the relationship. I was like, hey, you know, your people are key. You know, I've called you for multiple times. Let's negotiate, and that's what happened. We ended up negotiating because of that very reason that I'm here, and it's not like a one time thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, but at the same time, even though all of that, this is my answer. I'm gonna hear what Russ's is. Even though there's the threat of being shaken down for $10 or $20, even though there is the threat of somebody possibly trying to get you for an accident, I still will take that over the stress of living in the U.S. What do you think?
Well, I always tell people $10 beats a bullet any day of the week.
Any day of the week. And this is the thing. So the thing is that unless you are unapologetic, strong black man, you don't get it. Like I love my black queens. I absolutely love them.
I love them too.
They are phenomenal. At the same time,
They
they have an idea, but they don't know what it's like to be a black man living in the U.S.
No.
The reason why is because we are public enemy number one.
Absolutely.
The system is designed against us.
Yeah.
The system is designed to control them.
Well, you can look at the stats. Everybody knows, and you can Google this information that, because the Matrix like to put everybody in a box.
Yeah.
So if you look
the
at
statistics, what they call it, what is it called? It's called where they do you take the survey. What is it called? The census. There we go. The census. There we go.
Thank you,
Thank you, Cap. We got Cap over here in the background. He enjoying this. He got some gin and juice.
Yeah.
Listening to the ocean. You know what I'm saying? He out there. They got the AC blaster. You doing good.
Yeah.
Cap is enjoying this. Is this Cap first time out here?
Yeah. No. In Cap Ready, I think, but not
in
DR.
DR. Okay.
No. Yeah, but if you look at the census for black women, do you know are the most educated
Absolutely.
category in America?
Yes.
More educated than white men, white women, Latinos, anybody on the scale.
But do you want to know why? Let me tell you the reason why.
Oh, we're gonna get into that too.
Okay,
But
so
go ahead,
the reason why I say that for two reasons. There's two reasons why. The main reason why is because the black woman is a double minority.
Yes.
So if I go for a position, a black woman goes for a position, they're gonna hire the black woman because they get 2 credits. If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. Even if you're watching this on the replay, if you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say didn't know. And if you disagree, tell us in the comments and let's have a conversation about it if you disagree. But yeah, so it's a benefit to give a scholarship to a black woman than it is for a black man. See, watch this. If a 18-year-old boy has a child and with a girl, with another 18-year-old girl, there's nothing for him. He gets no benefits. He can't get public assistance. He can't get a scholarship. If he doesn't pay for the child, he goes to jail.
Yes.
However, for the woman, she can get a scholarship for being a female. She can get a scholarship for being a mother. She can get grants and public assistance for the child. So there's all of that happening. So when you look at the two dynamics, it's more advantageous for a company to be more favorable to the woman than it is to the guy. And it's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a fact. Like, the sky is blue, whether you want to say it's whatever shades of blue it is, that's just a fact of the matter.
Yeah, and being black is profitable too. It's just not profitable to us.
Not as profitable, yes.
Because the companies make money locking black men up.
And they pay the women less. So they pay the woman less because the woman's income isn't as high as a man's income, and they make more money off of us every single day in jail.
Yes.
So they're always that's the reason why, if you look at the felony rate, they try to push everything to felonies.
Yes.
Because once you're a felon, you're then again a slave.
Yeah, but you remember
you can't travel. You can't. There's a lot of things you can't do if you are a felon, and they try to keep you marginalized.
But 2 judges that I know of that was in, and you can Google this too, went to jail because they were actually giving young black men
more time,
and they were and they had a payola process with a particular jail because jails are now private, where they basically listen. I'll put as many bodies in this jail to
keep the funnel going.
Keep that funnel going. But meanwhile, now you notice they put like a lot of jails in rural areas, and when they do census reports, guess what? Now you can't vote, but they count you on the census.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I
So
didn't know that.
this town who was lily white, right? Was lily white. let's say you got a population of 2,000
Inmates.
inmates,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say 1,200 are black. Guess what? The government gives them more money because of those census.
Because of the sin, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
They
it
won't-
is.
you can't
it's
vote,
big
but
business.
you get counted.
But you can get, yeah. It's big business to keep us marginalized. That's one of the reasons why. And also, I'm not saying this for a man to rest on his laurels and to feel like he has no option. No, be the best version of yourself. Build up your business. Build up your credit. Build up your finances. Travel the world. If you want to get out of the matrix, get out of the matrix. If you don't want to get out of the matrix and you want to stay in the matrix, then take yourself to a higher socioeconomic level so that way you're not positioned to where you're going to have a lot of those issues. I don't believe in saying, oh, it's man against woman and woe is me.
Nah.
Like, no, that's just a fact of life. Like, this is the card she was dealt. Know the card she was dealt. Now go and do a better job and overcome it. That's the purpose of me saying that. Isn't as an excuse. It's just to explain. It's to talk about the things that we go through as successful black men or black men trying to be successful in the matrix.
Yeah.
So this is a question I have for you. What are some of the things you miss about the U.S.? Because there's some things. There are always some things. I'll tell you some things that I miss. What are some things you miss?
I'm gonna be honest. Just inconvenience of I can't go and get me another Sprint phone.
Yeah.
But honestly, I eat good down here. I live how I want to live. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, man. And people ask me this all the time, and I really got to think. You know, my family members that I love the most was my mother and of course my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone.
They both passed that. Went home to be with the Lord.
Yeah, there's nothing I miss.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Oh, wow.
I would not jump back on a plane if I didn't have like business to take care of. Well, I miss the healthcare. How about that? I
Okay,
miss the
miss
healthcare.
healthcare.
I miss
Okay.
the healthcare. So that's what I miss.
Is the healthcare. So, because you were telling me about the hospital. Let's talk about that. About that hospital, because you were telling me about the insurance card.
Right,
But
it's
before
called
we do
PCL.
that, the things that I miss is, so one of the things about living here is that mindset or the ideal called tranquilo, which is that's something there's no other Spanish word for it. There's no other Spanish country. It is a Caribbean island thing where everything is tranquilo. If you want something done, it's gonna take double the amount of
Yes, it will.
time most of the time. Like
Yes, it will.
these railings, I've been needing to get these railings done. These railings supposed to be redone 2 months ago. Like when I got this place, that was a part of the deal. Redo the railings to do
Yeah.
the same as the other ones.
Yeah.
Like it just tranquilo. Like
Tranquilo.
they'll get to it. So I miss that's one of the things about it, especially because I run a business here. And so for me, I still have that mindset of I need to go, I need to go, I need to go. Like if I'm just a retiree
Right.
and things doesn't matter as much, it's tranquilo, no
Right.
problema. But I still have that same mindset of I gotta make stuff happen. The other thing is they just did fiber optics in the building, so my internet speed will be able to get stronger and get
Okay.
better. Simple things like that. I also, which is a good thing and a bad thing, is I miss a lot of the fast food. So the food here is good. Like one thing, man. Listen, I had such bad acid reflux
Yeah.
before I came here, and I mean, I've already lost. Like I've shrunk. Like I've got like my stomach is shrunk. Like I've gotten a lot leaner because I'm eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Like I haven't eaten meat. Today was my first time eating meat when I had the salami in like 2 weeks. And no, 3 weeks.
Wow.
And I'm mad that I ended up eating that meat, but it's okay. But I said all of that to say that I feel like the foods here are a lot healthier.
They're healthy.
They're a lot healthier, but I do miss a lot of that convenience. Like I haven't had good pizza.
Yeah, but the thing is,
But in Santo Domingo, in Santiago, you got all of that stuff.
You got-
But
all-
we're
all
out
of
here on the beach. We're out here in the playa.
there's
So,
only
but they don't
one-
have the beach
Yeah,
though.
there's only one fast food restaurant between Cabaret, 3 cities. Matter of fact, let's go
That's
as
the
far
Burger King.
as Gaspar Hernandez.
Yeah.
Between Gaspar Hernandez
Uh-huh.
and Puerto Plata, there's only one fast
That's
food
the Burger
restaurant.
King.
Burger King.
The one Burger King. That's it. That one Burger King. That's it. So that's the only things. It's like silly things like that I feel like I miss. But other than that, I mean I love it here. Like
Yeah,
I will say
I
this.
don't miss it till I go back.
But see, this is something else too. Like I'm gonna be very transparent and honest. Like I talked about this. So with me, even though me hablo español más o menos,
Sí.
pero menos más.
Sí.
I'm still practicing.
See, no, Joe, yo practico mi español cada día, pero el español muy difícil.
Es muy difícil.
Muy difícil.
Especially República Dominicana
Sí.
Español.
Sí.
It's very different.
Diferente.
So, it's so different.
Diferente de Panama, Perú, Venezuela.
Yeah, it's
todo.
different.
Sí.
Total different. And so that being said, I do miss some of that connection.
Yeah.
Being able, I love, like, don't get me wrong, I love us, I love the brothers, I love the expats, I love us. But when it comes to the women,
Yeah.
sometimes it's difficult because my Spanish isn't as
That
good
co-
to connect.
that communication
That communication. That's the only thing that I feel like, and sometimes it does get a bit lonely here.
It does.
It gets a bit lonely
does.
here
It does.
because of that aspect of
Yeah.
not being there. Like, you can have a gorgeous woman
Yes.
around you, beautiful women around. Like it's, y'all just heard them trying to get our attention for what, 10 minutes, and we try to ignore them.
Yeah.
So you always get the attention of women, but it's something about this, that connection.
If you can't communicate,
Yeah, I heard somebody say this, and I believe it's true. Is that if you speak my, let's say if you what they say, if you give me your attention, you will have my affection. But if you speak my language, you'll have my heart. So being able to speak the language is where you can have the heart.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can get the affection or the attention just by, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But just have, that's one of the things that I feel
I do
like
miss that.
I'm
I
getting
do
that
miss
I
that.
miss
Yeah.
sometimes.
No.
But
and live music.
live music, oh
Man,
yeah.
I mean, I used to listen. I used to live in Stockbridge, Georgia,
Uh-huh.
before I moved here.
Mhm.
And they opened up this new, I call it grown folks club,
Uh-huh.
because everybody in there was at least, I would say at least late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s.
80s baby, 70s baby.
Yeah, man. And then every Friday, Saturday, they always had a nice band. So I would always go out there just to hear the music.
Just hear the music, yeah.
Just hear. I ain't care about the women in there. I ain't care about the drinks. I just wanted to hear that music. I love that live music. So I do miss that. I
Yeah.
do miss that.
So this is something that I wanted to ask you. I asked you about the women. I asked you about the guys. What about other expats? Like, have you ever had any issue or any beef, or what is it like dealing with other African American men here, like it is back home or whatever?
I think it's better. Now, I've had 99.99% great interactions with other black men here,
Mm-hmm.
because it's crazy, but I say this all the time. We seem to treat each other better here than we do in the States. Like, I could walk up to a brother here in DR, and we could talk for hours like we doing now,
Yeah.
and we just met.
And that's how it be a lot of times. That's why I said we just turn the camera on. Like, this is what we do. Like, when we
Yeah.
do get together, this is kind of what it's like.
That's it. That's it. You just have a conversation. You might have a beer. You might have a drink. But it's just like that, man. It's like no animosity. Like I said, I've only seen one time, but I've only had one experience where, somebody was just being ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Where, I had to just, hey, tell the guy you need to calm down. But even that, it wasn't like, and when the brother, when I put it to the brother like that,
Mhm.
he realized he was being a little bit obnoxious.
Mhm.
And instead of, motherfucker, you can't tell me what to do, he said, all right, bro. He took it down. There was no escalating the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I came across a brother, of course, very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
But it was no escalation. Like in the States, man. I mean, you go, people looking at
They
you
gonna look at you up and down.
Up and down. You know what I'm saying?
The crab in a barrel mentality.
Exactly. Then you got worried
Yeah.
about this brother got a gun, he just don't have a gun, he got whatever. So, man, it's totally different, man. It's totally different. And like I said, I live out there in Puerto Plata. You got a lot of retired guys out there in Puerto Plata. And, man, we get together so often, sometimes I got to hide from you motherfuckers.
You're like, man, I just want to chill today.
Yeah, I want to chill, man. Nah, they like, man, well, come on to Malecon with us, man, Russ. I'm coming over,
Hey, good night. Sometimes you just want to have something
I just want to binge out on Netflix.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
cool. And I'm pretty sure you got something nice sitting next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Got something nice, thick and caramel sitting next to you.
Man,
You know?
it's plentiful.
It's
You know,
it is mind blowing how. Let me tell you, man. Like, so this, like, I moved out here after coming here 2 times. So the third time I was here. So like the first time I was in Santo Domingo on business. Oh no, I'm sorry, second time. First time I came, I was in I came out here to Cabaret. That's how I didn't find out about Cabaret. Came. It was only for a couple of days.
Right.
And then it was like, okay, just out Cabaret.
Right.
Then the second time I came, it was on business. You know, the client that I have here, whatever. I was in Santo Domingo, and I went salsa dancing.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I love salsa. I went
Me too,
salsa
brother.
dancing, and all you saw was hair and hips. I mean, all you saw was beautiful long black hair and hips. And then I was like, man, why am I leaving? Like I was here, like I was in the salsa club, and I was like, man, why am I leaving to go back? Because it was like the day before
Yeah.
I had to go back, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna move.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm gonna come back, but then I'm gonna move so I can service his client, but also I can do my business from wherever.
Yeah.
But then when I went to Sasua, listen to, I mean, every video vixen, adult film star, adult entertainer, is like all of them in one place.
One place.
All staring at you, trying to
In
get your
one
attention.
place.
It is the most, I tell you, it is like the, I'm talking about thick girls if you like BBWs. I mean slim girls if you like slim girls. I mean shapely girls if you like, I'm talking about all shapes, sizes, hues, and it's the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. And you know, we from Freaknik area.
Yes.
We from Atlanta, Georgia, from
Yeah.
Freaknik. It ain't got nothing on Sasua.
Ooh.
It's the most amazing thing I ever seen.
If you need a boost to that ego,
Listen, tell me, go to Sasua.
you get treated. You ain't lying. You get treated like a rap star. In
Absolutely.
Sasua. Seriously.
Absolutely.
You get treated, man. Women
Absolutely.
grabbing you. I got.
Yes.
I go walking through the club. I mean, not just grab you by your arm.
They grab you
by your
everywhere.
run,
Yes.
everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
And you know,
Hold on, wait. Yeah. Like, wait.
Hey, on the beach.
Listen,
Man,
women.
gorgeous women
I'm
just
talking about
coming
women.
up to you,
Yeah.
just coming up to you, start rubbing
Rubbing
up.
all on you.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, and getting a phone number, man. You
Ain't
walk up,
nothing.
you can walk to the most beautiful woman
Mm-hmm.
in Sasua. I mean, the most beautiful woman in that city, and she gonna give you that number.
Just like that. Like it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It's the most amazing experience that I have that I've seen.
And it intimidates a lot of guys.
It's do they
New
really?
guys.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man. Look, my cousin Xavier,
Uh-huh.
6'4",
Uh-huh.
280 pounds. Man, I had to take him to the side.
Really? He had a
Man, man, he was intimidated. He was like, "Yo, man, I need a break."
It's too much. It's
And
too
we was up in Merengue.
Mm.
And I'm
Okay.
telling you, man, this girl came and she grabbed him. You know, and he got all these. He looked like a basketball player.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
so tall, he got tattoos. And she grabbed by the nuts, and he's like, "Hey, whoa!" And he's looking around.
Try to make sure you ain't
Man,
getting set
and
up.
I said, "Yo," I said, "Cuz, relax, man." He went to the bathroom, so he was taking a long time. So I said, "What the hell is he doing in the fucking
Yeah.
bathroom?" So I go back there, man. He's standing like in a little hallway
Yeah.
by the lady who, gives out the little paper towel. I said, "Yo, cuz, what you up to?" He said, "Man, I just had to take a break." He said, "It's a little too intense." I said, "Bro, you 6'4", hey, you worried about a girl 100 pounds?"
Yeah. Listen. I mean, I guess it's a shock. It's a shock
It's
if
a
you've
shock,
never
yeah.
experienced
Yeah.
before. It's a shock,
Yeah.
and that's another thing too. I think I was telling some of my friends is that I'm grateful to always have my daughter is gorgeous. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous because my ex-wife was she was very beautiful, and every woman that I've been with has been a beautiful woman. So a lot of that I'm used to, but what I wasn't used to is so many women at one time, and all of them just trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
I'm used to it being the other way around to where
Yeah.
you're having to chase them, you're trying to get the attention.
You're not the
but
hunter in
not
Sasua.
yes, not you're not the, you are the prey
The
in
prey.
Sasua.
You're absolutely
And listen,
prey.
and this is the thing. You don't have to. It doesn't matter if you're handsome,
Nope.
if you're ugly,
Fat.
if you're fat, if you're old, if you're young.
None of
They
that.
listen.
Listen, I told my cousin, my nephew's 35. So he was showing me a couple of pictures of girls he was dating. I showed him some of mine. He said, you date women look better than I do.
Probably younger than you too.
Yeah, younger than you.
Man, listen to me. Young. Listen, I think that is something else too. I feel like it's crazy, man. It's like they all come to
Yes.
Sasua from all over
Yes.
just for that. There was one young lady I was talking to, and I think one of it has to do with the fact that black men we're treated like gods. Our masculinity, our ability to provide or whatever. Because even though they might have a Dominican boyfriend or they might deal with a Dominican man, they don't work like we work a lot of times. A lot of
Yeah.
times
The ethics are
women,
not there.
Yeah, a lot of it is not there. But besides that, I think it's also like I was talking to a young lady from Santiago. She's buena mujer. I know for a fact now because I thought she was a chappie and she cussed me out because she thought that. And there's something too I want to talk about. Like, have you ever had a situation where a woman got offended because you thought that she was a chappie? So not all women are chapeadoras out here. They have buena mujeres.
Anything outside of Sasua.
Yeah, most of the time.
If she in Sasua, I'm sorry, guys.
Most of the time, she a chapeadora. 99.9%.
She a chapeadora.
Yeah. I was talking to a chick. She was from Santo Domingo.
Yeah.
She was an attorney. She ended up going to Sasua. I said, "Oh, she chappy."
Yeah.
Oh, she lied. She ain't know.
I don't
You
care
go to Sasua. I don't care what you say.
No, I don't care what story you go. Like I talked to a chick who said she's going to Sasua because her friend is there, so she's just going there to
Be her
explore.
friend. Oh yeah, nah.
If a woman's in Sasua, I'm telling you, she's a chapeadora.
9 times out of 10, yeah. But so this is what I'm saying. So a young lady in Santiago, and we were talking, and she said, "My dream." And she's 26. She's 26 years old, no kids. She works as a receptionist for a graphic design company, right? And she said, "My dream is to be a wife and have kids." She said, she said, "I would love to have a man to take care of." And a lot of it, so one, it has the aspect of dealing with, I think, the financial aspect of it, the lifestyle of it. But then also I think it's the fact that a lot of them, they just want, because they are so family oriented. Yeah. They are so, a lot of the Latinos that I've ever encountered are so family oriented, they want to have that husband and kids to take care of. It's kind of like a badge of honor. Yeah. But I feel like, but it's another way around, because in the U.S., women have that same thing, but it's instead of it being a bad, they look at it as a status symbol. Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's totally different.
It's a difference, though.
The money changes the game. I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of Dominican women, they want a foreign guy. And it could be they really love him, but they want a foreign guy because they want to feel
to take
financially secure.
Exactly, because she makes. I asked her how much she made. She said that she makes 12,000 pesos a month. Yeah. So 12,000 pesos is
average salary.
Like $200, right?
$240.
$240. Yeah. $240. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a whole month.
Yeah, a whole month. I mean, that's
a whole month.
And some make even less.
Yeah, some of them do.
Some make less. And if you find that one, you good, because honestly, a lot of women, they see the foreigner, and they could be black from America, it could be a dude from Norwegian, dude from wherever. You're an ATM machine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the things you have to look out for.
And the family think you're an ATM machine.
That's the thing that, and I'm going to be honest, that's the thing about her that makes me leery. Because my last relationship, she was a country chick from the country.
I don't mean shit. I hear a lot of brothers
say
that. I keep telling
I thought you think that was good at first, right? But no, but it was her family that kept asking her to ask me. Yep. And asking her and kept pushing. And that was the thing that made me uncomfortable, because because I'm showering her with gifts, they feel like they should be entitled to something too.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was in the U.S. So here, that's one of the things that kind of make me kind of leery. Yeah. Like, at first I was like, okay, this chick is gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous. You know, I thought she was a chapeadora because of how sexy and beautiful she was. She wasn't that. But then the second thing is her being so close. She has a sister and a brother, and everybody still live together so close.
At the beginning of the conversation, I said Dominican women the Dominican people as a whole
are so proud.
They're proud. Yeah. They are nationalists. They believe in Dominicans should be with Dominicans. Now, they don't hold it against you to be a foreigner and date or even marry them. But just know this: a lot of times it's going to be because of
you can
money.
Provide for them.
Honestly, I mean, what I'm doing now, because I'm about to do a lot of travel. I'm about to hit Brazil.
Yeah, you going to Brazil next month? Yeah, I might take that trip with you, boss. All right, we got 85 people watching live right now. We only have 52 thumbs up. All of you guys hit that thumbs up button right now. We got a few haters in the building. Do we really have over 40 some odd haters in the building? We got 5 thumbs down. You know, let the haters hate. You know, go ahead and hate on the view. You know, it is what it is. But go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. So go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead, bro.
No problem. So like I said,
so you about to do a lot more traveling. You about to go to Brazil.
About to go to Brazil, and then I'm going to go to Thailand and the Philippines. Or I may start in the Philippines and then go to Thailand last. But I've been to Thailand about 4 times, so I know what I want to do in Thailand.
Okay.
And I also want to shop because I mean the gifts you can bring back is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
are amazing. Yeah.
So I may start in the Philippines, come back, and then I'm gonna do some other travel. But my goal for 2020, because I'm at that point in life now. You know, I done dated, I done been with God knows I don't know how many thousands of women, literally in my lifetime. And I'm just kind of tired now.
You think you want to get married?
No, I ain't getting married.
Okay,
No.
I was like, you want to get married? Okay.
No, that 250,000 I got cleaned out of. That
It
was
taught
good.
you a lesson.
It taught me a lesson. No.
Good lesson.
But what I am going to do is, I'm trying to find somebody from, let's say, Colombia or Thailand or whatever, and then bring her here.
Okay.
So I'm switching the game up.
You gonna switch the game up for 2020?
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm kind of burnt out on Dominican women.
Okay.
I still love them.
Yeah.
You know, still gonna see them.
We're gonna
and
talk
all
about that. What made you feel burnt out from Dominican women? How many relationships have you had? You've been here for 2 years.
Serious
2.5 years.
yeah,
Serious relationships. have you
Serious
had?
relationships. Probably two.
Two serious
years.
relationships
Yeah,
in 2 years. Okay.
one we were working on it, but then I had to let it go, and that was more logistics.
Okay.
You know, because she lived so like an hour out, man. I just couldn't keep doing that drive.
Mhm.
And, you know, I'm retired, so and she had a job, so it's
Yeah.
like, well, listen, you know, she would come and I mean, she would be like a workhorse when she had the crib.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I wanted her to stay, wake up, you know, in the mornings.
Mhm.
But it's like, no, I gotta get back home. I got a job, so
Mhm.
I was like, nah. And I wasn't ready to tell her, well, leave your job and I'll take care of
Yeah.
your bill. So I was like, no, so I let that go. But I've been in 2 relationships since I've been here, and it always comes down to a money factor. No matter, I mean, good women,
Mhm.
good women. Don't get me wrong. That I still don't think it's Chappie Dora, but I think, like I said, that out of necessity, it always comes back down to that money factor. And I know the money that I gave them took care of that need, those needs. You know.
So I have a question. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's acceptable, or do you think it's okay for, let's say, if you did, well, obviously you do because you're going to bring somebody from either Colombia or Thailand, and you're going to take care of her bills and take care of her
Absolutely.
needs. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, but then I don't have to worry about, if I'm doing it like that, I don't have to worry about, you know, a mother on the phone saying, oh, you know, come by the house and I need 10,000 pesos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
what you need 10,000 pesos? You ain't made 10,000 pesos in 4 months. What you need 10,000
what
pesos?
the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
So, and then there's those silly little games that Dominican women like to play. That I've asked them. I said, listen, if I was a Dominican dude, would you be telling me some bullshit like this? And the one time that they're honest, they said no.
Really? Like, no, they wouldn't.
That's, you will not get. It is almost damn near impossible to get a Dominican woman to treat you the same that she would treat a Dominican.
When you say the same, give me some examples. You said games. Like, what are some things that she would do or she wouldn't do?
Like some bullshit. Like, let's say if she's trying to get some extra money, you already
Okay.
giving her some dollars, right?
Okay.
But now I want some extra money because I'm trying to give some to my cousin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, look at this picture my mother just sent me.
Oh, the sick person laying in the bed, the sick cousin, somebody sick.
Yeah, the cousins. I mean, man, it's like they all take the shit from the same chapter. You know what I'm saying?
The same playbook.
Yeah. Or they feel like, all right, well, I'm with you now, so you know it's time for you to move me up and great. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm the type of guy. I didn't want to live with a Dominican chick here
I was
because
going to ask that question next.
once she lives with you for I think it's anywhere from 3 to 4 or 5 months or something like that, she's considered your common law wife.
Oh, when you live with a woman for 5 months here, she's considered your wife.
Yes, you can't get her out.
Wow.
You cannot get her out. So me, I'd rather pay your rent.
So that's what I was going to ask. So when you talking about providing financially, you mean actually legitimately like paying financially for the bills when she has her thing and you have your own thing, but not living together.
Exactly.
Like a living girlfriend.
Like
Okay.
with the two ladies I dealt with. This is.
But wait, I got a question. What happens if you date a chick for 2 months and 28 days and break up with her? And then get another one and have her in for 2 months and 28 days.
As long as she ain't live with you, you good.
You Gucci.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's when you move in. And
So if she lives with you for, so let me ask, so is it 3 months or 5 months?
I've heard 3 months. I've heard 5 months.
So just to be on the safe side, if you have a Dominican woman live with you for 3 months, she is then considered your wife, coming by law.
Yes.
And you cannot, you can't put her out.
I know a brother who owned his condo, moved his girl in. Things were good for about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked about this when I had my channel. Things went awry. Things went bad. He's trying to get out. She said she ain't going nowhere. The brother went to the station, moved her mother and her sister, her little sister, in the condo. Went to court. They said, hey, she lives there. You know,
Yeah.
You were gone. The mother went to help her take care of the house. I mean, couldn't get nobody out the damn house.
That's psyched out.
I'm telling you. So the mother said, give me $10,000. Remember I told you,
Yeah.
always about
$10,000.
is
$10,000.
Long story short, the brother wound up having to give the mother and the girl $7,000, not to piece, but $7,000 basically to get out.
That's psyched out.
To get out of his crib. So that's why I say I'd rather pay rent. Like the 2 young ladies I live with, what I did was I said, listen, you know, because I know it always comes down to money.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, well, listen, I'll give you 6,000 pesos on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 6,000 pesos on the 15th of every month. If you ask me for anything over, the relationship is done. Now, if I want to give you something else, I'll give you something else. But that's the average salary, 12,000.
Yeah, 12,000 pesos. Yeah.
Right. Now, like I said, I don't date women who don't work because I don't need to see you all day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So whatever you making, you got an extra 12,000 pesos
On top of what you're making, yeah.
on top of what you're making, so you should be good. But of course,
It was still asking for more.
still asking for
Wow. In both of your relationships.
both the relationships.
Wow. So that's what burned you out from.
Because you can never give enough. I know chicks who, I was in bed with a chick, man, had a dude back in the States, sending her money, Western Union Poppy.
Yeah.
And I said, well, baby, if the guy gives you 1,000 pesos a month, why you still out here being trapped indoors?
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Well, how much is enough? What is enough?
There will never be
It'll
enough.
never be
There
enough.
will never be. With Dominican women, they'll listen to me. If anybody hearing the sound of my voice, any male, with Dominican women, it will never be
It's
enough.
never gonna be enough.
It's never gonna be enough. No matter what you give her, it's
Wow.
never ever going to be enough. That's why, like I said, I'm gonna change the game up, my game plan, and bring a woman from another country here. Because guess what? Now she don't have any more rights than I had.
Oh wow.
So there's no.
We coming
like,
back,
common
guys.
law
Hold on
rights.
for a second. We coming back. Give us a second. We lost the connection.
feed?
No, not the feed, but the video. Oh man. Give me a second. I tried to configure this video. Hold on for a second, guys. We coming back. I messed up the video. Messing around. Messing around. Come on now. Sorry about that, guys. We coming back. It got too real. Too raw and too real. Come on now.
To a commercial break.
Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a